Good morning students, welcome back to my channel. In this video I am going to solve May-June 2025 paper, but this time the component code is 21. Okay, so the Microsoft Word document, which is a document production, we already solved. Now let us solve the databases. Okay, so now let us start our task. Okay, so let's go down, and the task we will going to start with the task number 3, databases. Okay, so now you are now going to prepare a report. Okay, they are asking us to create a report. Dates must be imported in DMY format. All right, so we are going to import in DMY format all the tables. Next, make sure all required data is fully visible. All right, use a suitable software package to import the file j2521.learner in a new table. Okay, to use this I am going to use the Microsoft Access application. Okay, so now the first file which we are going to import is j2520 learner. Okay, to do this I will go to external files. Okay, new source type, new file, text file, and browse. And where is our support file? It is in desktop. Okay, next is desktop, and then we will go to our support file folder. And what is the first file name? Is learner and open. All right, okay, and delimited, and then next. Okay, we first row contain field name, then after that we will go to next, and then we will go to advanced. Okay, and it should be date order should be DMY format. Okay, anything else? Is there any boolean data they gave us? So yes, the last is the online this thing which is will be in the boolean data. Give me a second, I will just okay, so now learner. Okay, so now the date format is in DDMMYY format. Okay, DMY format they gave us, so I changed to DMY format. Any boolean value? Yes. Okay, so is there any boolean value? Yes, online application is in a boolean value. Next. Okay, so I will go here. So the online application, so I will going to use this as a boolean value. Is it the online application? Yeah, boolean value, yes or no. So as I told you student, you need to change the boolean value, and then if there any telephone number, check is there any telephone number or a contact number, you need to change to text. Okay, so here is the telephone number. I'm going to change it to short text or long text, both the cases it is fine. Next. Okay, so now next. Okay, and then next. And what is the primary key? Did they mention any primary key here? Yes, they gave us the learner number should be the primary key. Learner number should be the primary key. So I will select here from the file learner number, and then next, and then finish. All right, and then close. So this is how we import the first table. Right click, go to design view. Let us arrange the data type. Now arrange the data type according to the given question. Okay, we have 1 2 3 3 text, 1 2 3 text, fine. A learner number is a number. Okay, and that should be integer. Yes, we keep it as an integer. Next. Okay, and date of birth, we have the date of birth. Okay, so now we have date of birth. Okay, so now date of birth is in a format they gave us DD, MMM, and YY. This is the 3 format they gave us. So let me click date of birth and then go to format. It is in DD, YY, which means the medium date. All right, done. Next. Online application is boolean. It is already boolean, but now I'm going to change the format to yes or no. Okay, student, as I told you in my previous video, if you still after doing this also, if you unable to get it, you need to go on a lookup and select the text box. Okay, so that you can able to see yes or no. So once all the setting is done, save. Okay, and then close, and let's go to our databases. Yes, perfectly fine. So we have here, okay, so which is a perfectly fine. Okay, we can able to see the data which can easily, like we can see here. Okay, All right, so now we can able to see our data, which is perfectly organized. So what I'm telling you, you need to select the data and please organize your cells. The way we used to do in Excel, the same way you have to do, like, organize your data. Next, let's go to the next question. Okay, place in your evidence file, okay, the screenshot showing the field name and the data types and primary key is being used in this table. Okay, so now right click, design view. This is how you need to take the screenshot. All right, so I recommend you to better click on date and time and take the screenshot so that the examiner can able to see that you have changed the date format too. Okay, let's go. Now question number 16. Import the file J21 2521 access.csv as a new table in your databases and set AA code as a primary key. So let's do it. Okay, so we done with this. Right click, close. Okay, save change. Yes, save change. Let's go to external data, new data source from file, text file. Okay, and then browse. Okay, what is the next one is access. Okay, J2521 access, I select and open. Okay, okay, always delimited. Next, first row contain field name. Next, okay, advanced, and format is DMY format. Press OK. Now check, is there any boolean data do we have here? No, I don't think so we have any boolean data. Sir, how can we identify the boolean data? So here in the cell you might, like, you can able to see 0 and -1. Okay, 0 and -1 will give you an hint that that particular field type is a boolean data. So you can change it in the advanced setting. Okay, so right now we do not have any boolean data. So next, and choose my own primary key, and the primary key is AA code, which is given in the question paper. Next, and then the finish, and then close. Okay, all right. So now access, right click, design view. Everything is properly aligned. Okay, now say take an evidence file showing the field name and the data type. So here also same thing, you need to take a screenshot of your access table and paste in your evidence file. Okay, all right, right click, save, right click, close. Next, let's go to the next task. Now they ask us examine the data in J2521 class and identify the most appropriate data to be used as a primary key. Okay, choose this field, import the file. Okay, examine the data of J2521. So let me go to external file, text file, more file. All right, browse, and then what is the name of the file? Class. So class, open. Okay, okay, now delimited and go to, okay, the first row contain field name, then, and in advanced it is in DMY format. Now let us try to examine and check which can be the best, like, the field can be used as a primary key. Student, I would like to give you one guidance, that what you need to do is that you need to find out, you need to choose a specific field where the data is not repeated, means it should not have the repeated value. Okay, so let us try to find out. So here yellow is also repeated, red is also repeated. Okay, so here 4K, 4E, 4N. Okay, all right, so till now it is not repeated anything. Okay, 6E, 6K. Okay, now next 6 and 6E, 6E here also, and then do we have any 6E anymore here? Yeah, 6E. So now, yeah, 6E, yeah. So class reference, okay, 6E is not repeating, so which means I'm going to use the class reference as a primary key for this. Okay, then next, choose my own primary key, and the primary key is class reference. Next, and then finish, and then close. Perfect. Okay, so sir, how can we identify that the field which we choose is a exact primary key? Student, once you click on finish, close and finish, you might encounter with an error in the table. It will give you some error fields, okay, which means the field which you choose as a primary key is wrong. So it is better, okay, if you didn't get any message or any error table, which means your answer is correct. Right click, design view, see here, class reference has a primary key. All right, so now use this field, use this field name as a data type. Here is number, okay, number already, okay. Now here in the integer is also there. All are text already, okay. All right, right click save, right click close. All right, so done. Now next, place in your evidence file, okay, showing the field name data type as a primary key. So for this I choose, right click, design view, I choose the class reference as a primary key. I will take the screenshot and paste in my evidence file, okay. All right, so now close. Next, create one to many relationship between what, AA code field and of table of access to the AA code field of the learner, okay. All right, so let me add all these three table first. To do this, we will go to databases tool, relationships, all three, 1, 2 and 3. I 1, 2 and 3. Select all the tables. All right, let me organize my table properly so that all data is visible to me. Okay, so now first is the relationship between AA code to AA code. Okay, so let me bring this here, keep this is here. Okay, AA code of primary key to AA code of learner. This is one to many relationship, create. Okay, so now we create one to many relationship. First one, the primary key field in the class table, class code field is a learner's table. Okay, the primary key in the class table, okay, the class table, and the class code field is a in the learner table. Okay, so now class code, where is class code do we have here? Okay, so here if you see this class code and then the here, okay, this class code of learner will create a one to many relationship. Primary key field in this class table, where is the class table? Here is the class, which is a class reference, will create a one to many relationship with the class code of the learner table. Understood? Now this will create a relationship with class code. Again, it is one to many relationship. All right, so now the learner table is the major and the main table to connect both the tables. All right, so done. Place a screenshot. Okay, so anywhere right click and edit relationship, take the screenshot beta. Okay, so if you want to take this is also one is also enough and this is also enough. So now right click save and right click close. All right, so done. Now let's go to the next question. Add the following record to the learner table. All right, so now we will do, where is learner table? Right click, design view, okay, and then open in the normal view. How many records we have in learner? Okay, I have total 490 records. So next is 491 and enter. Okay, so now I got my 491 as a record last. Okay, so surname is Norris, control C, control V, and then next is Ema. Okay, so now, okay, forename is Ema. Okay, and gender is female. Just type the data, learner number, and then the learner number, and then we have the date of birth, control C and control V. Okay, next, and then I have telephone number. Okay, control V, and then I have school email ID, okay, as a school email ID. Next, okay, 4R, and then last is AA02, and then the last data type is no. The last data type is no. So let's do it. Alt tab, and then it is last data type is no. All right. Now next, right click save and right click finish. Done. Next, use the field from all the tables, produce a first tabular report. Okay, so to do this, I hope you remember. Student, again one more time, I am telling you, this report questions means first you need to create a query, then you have to create a report. So from where you need to start this question? You need to start this question from show only the fields. Always remember, report questions, you need to start with show only the fields. Okay, let us start. First is learner number. Okay, so to create this, I will go to create query wizard, simple query. Okay, now let me go to the first is learner number. It is in learner table. Okay, and then for name, we have for name. Then what is next? Surname, okay, and DOB, date of birth. All right, date of birth. Then after that, gender, and then we have year group. Okay, where is year group? I don't have here. So now this is in the class table, year group. Next, class code. Okay, it is in the class table. Okay, class code, where is the class table? Here I have. Okay, do we have class code? Is it class code? Yeah, class code. So let me go in the learner and check. Yeah, we have class code. Next, class code. And then after that, access arrangement. Where is access arrangement? So we'll go here. I think it is in access table. Access arrangement. Next is online application. So let me check the learner. Yeah, it is online application, isn't it? So in order, in this order, so we already arranged. So let me count number of field: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 8 9 9. So total is 9. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Yes, perfect. Next. Okay, and then modify the query, and then query number is, question number is Q20. All right, so why I write 20? Because I'm just half done this Q20. Okay, so now Q20, and then modify the query design and then finish. Okay, so perfect, we're done with the first query. Now as I told you, now we will begin with the first task. Select the records where the gender is female. Okay, where the gender is female. First criteria is female. So where is gender? Okay, I will go in criteria and press here female. Now let me run. Okay, all female entries I got. Is it all female entries? Yeah, we can see all female entries we got. Next, access arrangement include the text time. Okay, so which should be include. So right click in the query, design view. Okay, so where is access arrangement, which include the time. Okay, which include the text time. Okay, and then run. Okay, so right click, design view, case 1. Okay, if you are unable to get it, let us put the case 2, star time star. Okay, star time star, and then run. So perfect. Okay, you got all the reports which is showing the time, include the time. Okay, which is showing the time, right? So we got total 42 records. Student, let me give you some exam, okay, guidance. You need to, probability you need to check in criteria. First you need to put a normal text, and then if you are unable to get the answer, use the parenthesis star. Okay, the function star. Okay, time. So the next probability you need to check with the star. Okay, argument. Okay, the parenthesis, the function you have to use. So this is how you need to check multiple time until you get the correct answer. So now here we got, like, you know, it should include the time. So here, okay, it include the text called time. So in this field you can see in arrangement time, access arrangement, you will find the time which is included in the text. Okay, all right, done. Now next, so till here, as I told you, we're done. Now let us start the sorting of the data in our report. Okay, right click, save, and right click, close. All right, so now let's enter into the next step, create report wizard. Okay, and put all the values. Student, please don't do this mistake. Okay, don't select any other field from any table. You need to import all the Q20, means the query 20, the question 20 fields. Okay, in order. Next, next. Okay, and do not group, so we are not doing any grouping part. Okay, now next. Now what we need to do, sort the data ascending order of the arrangement time. So now here, arrangement time ascending order, and descending of the year group. Okay, so here the year group is in descending order. Next. Okay, this is done, ascending, descending. Next, has a page orientation of landscape, so select landscape. Next, and then we have fit in a single page, so make sure modify the query. Okay, go back, and this is the fit in a one page. Next, modify the query. Is there any arrangement is done, and fit in a one page is done. Now what is the text title is access arrangement to be scheduled. So this is our report title, paste it here and finish. Perfect. Now we got our first report. This is your report. Next, use a function to display the youngest student. So youngest student, you can use minimum formula also. Right click, design view. Okay, double click. So let me arrange the data first. Okay, go to layout view so that the data is clearly visible. Okay, and then here also, and then select, and then slowly move this value, and here it is done. Okay, now this is also done. Okay, and now let me arrange this so that it will come in order. Perfect. Student, this will take your time in your exam. You need to be, or you need to also maintain the proper time management so that you can finish the task in the given time. Okay, so that is very, very important. Now let me arrange all the data. So in this way, with the help of layout view, you can able to arrange your data. Yeah, anything else I have? Yeah, one more field. Let me close this property sheet, and then here. Next I have this. Okay, and then yeah, this is done. How you have to do it. All right, so now let's do the next question. Use the function to display the DOB, date of birth, okay, of the youngest student. This is at the end of the report. Okay, to youngest student. So yeah, perfectly we set this. Now youngest student means the maximum formula you can use here. Right click, design view. Okay, right click, design view here. You need to select the date of birth and then put any formula. Okay, and or else you can manually also you can type, that is not a problem. Okay, so now how to do the youngest formula. Okay, if you are doing, okay, since for the youngest you need to use the maximum formula. Okay, so let me show you how to do this. I create the parenthesis. Instead of count, what you need to do here, student, you need to type max. Okay, first select the count function and then change it to max. Okay, this is how, why we select the count, just to get the parenthesis. Okay, or else you can do equals to max is also fine. So now let us see we able to generate or not the youngest student. So now here in 2010, okay, is the youngest 8, 21st 2010 is the youngest student. Okay, rest if you can see they are all in 2009. All right, so now this should be in the same date format. So layout view, I select this answer, go to property sheet, okay, and format to which date, medium date. Perfect. So now you can see it is the 21st of August. Okay, 21st of August 2010 is the youngest age. Okay, bring it, align it properly. Done. Now let's go to the next question. uh, do we need to label it? Yeah, has a label of DOB of youngest student. DOB of youngest student. To do this, right click, design view. So now what I'm going to do here, okay, in my report design, I'm going to use the label, and this label name is Control V. Okay, date of birth of the youngest student. All right, done. Perfect. Now let me reduce the size so that it look good. Now arrange it to the maximum level. Okay, now double click on the report and check whether you can able to get it or not. Perfect. So now date of birth of the youngest student is equal to 21st of August and 2010. Okay, got it. Now next. Perfect. Save your name, center number, candidate number on your report so that it appear in the same position on every page. Okay, so right click, design view. Okay, so again the label I selected, in the footer I'm putting my name, center number, candidate number. Name is ABC underscore IN123 and the candidate number is 1234. All right, done. So now double click. So here you can see my name, center number and candidate number is also done. Now let's go to the next question. What we need to do? We need to create a label. Do we have to do anything else? No. So this is the last question of this paper. Use the following field from table to produce a label. Okay. So now here also, as I told you, we need to create a query first. We need to create a query first, and these are the field we need to put it. So now let's do it. Okay. So now I will go to create. Let me close this report. We're done with this. Save change. Yes, save change. Okay. Create query visit. Simple query. Okay. So now first is access arrangement. Next is learner number. So from learner table I will take the learner number. Student, one point I would like to highlight here: do not select any field from the query. Okay, the Q20, you need to choose all the fields from the all this different table, 3 different tables. Learner number. Next is, what is the next? Forename, surname. Okay, where is forename and then surname. Done. Next, date of birth, and then I have class code and tutor. Okay, class code hyphen tutor. Where is my tutor? So here in the class, do we have tutor? Class tutor. Yes, perfect. Next. Okay, next, modify, and this is my question number 21. So for this I'm labeling it Q21 because this is only half done. Yes, perfect. Now I able to create the query for this. Now let's go back to the from the beginning of the question. Select the record where AA code is AA01 only. So all right, so where is the AA code? Okay, so here. Okay, so now here, student, this is how they will do the trick. Means to confuse, to just to make interesting to this paper, they will little confuse you. Here they did not mention the AA code, but here they ask you to put the AA code. So no worries, here simply you can go here and add the AA code. AA code. So I will select the field name is AA code. Where is AA code? Yeah, here is the AA code. I selected AA code. Now, what is the criteria for AA code? AA code is AA01. So in the criteria okay, AA01. All right, now run. Perfect. So now I got all the AA01 fields. Next is class code is 5 or 6. Class code is 5 or 6. Both the criteria they gave us. Control C. Okay. Includes 5 or 6. Okay. 5 or 6. Okay. Let us do in the this also. Right click, design view. Okay. Where is the class code? Here. Class code. So includes here, if you see, includes. Okay, so let me put, we will check with the three possibilities. First is 5 or 6. Let me put 5 or 6, first criteria, and then run. So here we are not getting. Right click, design view. Okay, let me put another criteria, look into. Okay, so I will tell you why we are testing this. Okay, now star, okay, star 5 star, star 5 star, or star star 6 star. Okay, so let me run the second, so that I put 5 or 6 and run. So perfect. So if you can see here, yeah, in the second criteria we got the answer. It is 5 and 6, 5 and 6, 5 and 6 include. All right, done. So now total number of labels are 13. Okay, here they ask us to create the label. So total number of labels is 13. Perfectly fine. Now, all right, so now let's go to the next question. Use this section to produce the labels. Okay, so they are arranged to 2 columns and 4 rows. Fine. Okay, 8 labels in a page, that we will do in the page setup, no issue. Okay, but the main important is the 2 columns. Okay, each label size should be 99.0 mm or 67.7 mm height. Okay, all right, so orientation is portrait orientation with the page size of A4 at the time of printing. Okay, so to do this, let's go to the task. Okay, so now I will go to create label. Okay, we will click on label wizards. Okay, there are multiple options. You can customize and you can change, or else you can you can use the value which is called as the option every. Okay, and let us try to search 99.0 mm width to 67.7 mm height. Okay, so now is it by default, is it available? So 99.0. Okay, let me check, is it available? So we can do it. Nah, 99 point, yeah, 99 point. Okay, not 67. Okay, so do we have this value, or simply you can manually also you can type, but now it is already started 99.0 and 67. Yeah, we got it. So in it is every J8165 is the product code number, so you can select and then press next. Okay, and then do not change here anything, so keep the default setting. Next. Now let's arrange according to the given question paper. First is axis arrangement. Okay, so now where is the axis arrangement? Here it is, axis arrangement first. Next I have learner number. Okay, so student, you need to be careful while doing this. Enter, and then learner number, and then we have, okay, then we have for forename and surname. Forename, okay, enter, and here I have forename, and then surname is attached to it. Yeah, forename and surname, and then enter. Next is date of birth, enter, and then is class code minus class tutor, class code hyphen minus class tutor, and then next. Okay, put all the data, import to the sorting value. Next. Okay, modify. Do they give any name to this label? No, we did not get any name, so like we will keep it as a label only, and then finish. All right, perfect. Now see, you can able to see, student, I will click on labels. So here you can see all the data is properly organized. So in view you can see the print preview review. So here is, you got all the labels. Okay, so perfectly fine. Now go back to design view. Okay, now let's go to the next question. Okay, it should be portrait. Okay, we will do in print. Okay, so now in preview I will go to preview, and then from preview it should be portrait, right, isn't it? And print setup you can do. Okay, 4 pages or 8 you can do while taking the print out. Okay, and then data is displayed on each and left align, so it is already each and everything is left aligned. Next we have what we have. Okay, you should keep your name, center number and candidate number at the bottom of each label. So what I'm going to do here, right click, design view. So in the design view I will select the label, and just below the label I will write my name. So here ABC underscore name, center number IN123 and candidate number is 1234. All right, done. So now double click on it. Once you click double click, yes, every after the label it is right align, right, left align they ask. Okay, so let me right click layout view and we will bring this to, okay, so left align. All right, perfect. Now next what is the question? Yeah, modify only the first two lines. They are asking us to modify the first two lines of the label so that the text is 14 point for font size and center align and display as a bold. Okay, only first two columns. So here also again layout view, first column, okay, first and second. Okay, so now I will click, I select both the first two columns, okay, rows, and then I will go to home, and from here it should be 14, okay, bold and center align. Perfect. Okay, so now let me organize it so that it will be properly set. Okay, so we will keep little bit down. Okay, little down, and this also you can move little down. Okay, and then, okay, and then I will, this also we will down, and then this is also little down, and then this we will arrange. Perfect. Now this is okay. Now let me go to preview mode, print preview mode. Perfectly fine. Now this is how your label should be look like. Anything else? Make sure your data on every label is fully visible. Yes, we can able to see it is fully visible. No overlap, nothing. Okay, now next save and print your label. Okay, so here we're done with the label part, the last question. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy the video. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.